Take a little trip, take a little trip, take a little trip with me. Is your company ready for AI? With so many people talking about AI, you may have the fear of missing out. There's also a lot of fear related to implementing the wrong tools. My name is Nate Johnson, and I'm the founder and CEO of GLCS. Over the last few weeks, I attended a lot of shows and conferences, and this was a pretty hot topic. Something that was brought up countless numbers of times, and something I thought that would be great to talk about this week on today's Driving Forward Tuesday trip. So let's talk about where AI can help your business today, or some examples of it. There's a number of different areas, and I think Jackie Zhao, he's the founder of FreightStack.ai, recently posted on LinkedIn that AI is very much in an exploration phase, and I agree with him completely. And in AI, he's referencing LLMs, and that he kind of has categorized, or that people have categorized these into three core building blocks, which is reasoning and decision making, semantic search, and data transformation. And that largely the solution providers have created products that work within those areas. So speaking at a slightly higher level, because I don't want to get very technical on this discussion or on this statement, it's somewhat one-sided as I sit here monologuing to everyone. I want to talk about how AI can help your business today. Everyone knows, it can help in marketing, and it can help craft personalized marketing messages amongst many other aspects. It can help in operations and task mastering and determining what should be done next, as well as feeding it large amounts of data and looking at optimization. Engineering and IT, it can write and document code. That's been one of the use cases for the NLPs, LLMs since day one. Risk and legal. Now, this is something I was not using any solution for at all. However, I started feeding some legal documentation to a few products for some review. I would never state that it is a replacement for an attorney by any means, but in some cases, it's simply, please explain this to me in a different term. And I found that it's very useful from that aspect. So answering complex questions, pulling vast amount of legal documentation. But once again, it doesn't replace an attorney by any means, nor should it. And then finally, data analytics, generating hypotheses, analyzing structured and unstructured data sets, creating reports. We've seen some solutions creating reports, and then cleansing or assisting in cleansing data. Once you kind of look at the areas that AI can help your business, you ask the following questions before you start taking action about how you want to deploy AI in your business, or even if you want to deploy AI in your business. Largely in transportation and logistics, if you start looking, you have some aspect of AI already in your business. And AI also includes machine learning. So it's not always just an LLM, but largely what I'm speaking about is LLM and NLPs, or anything that maybe hasn't defined itself yet even. So limited memory machines is the AI classification, or LMMs to continue with acronyms, but LMMs would fall, the LLM falls under an LMM. So to confuse everyone. So once again, trying not to get too technical. So what's some questions you would ask before you start taking action to deploy AI in your company? The first is, what problem do you actually want to solve with AI? And why are you trying to solve that problem? Or what are you trying to improve by solving that problem? Uh, that's just a very simple question. Is this a problem that even needs to be solved with AI today? Or are you just, once again, it's a fear of missing out and you're wanting to deploy early? The second question that strings along with this is, how complex is that problem and what are the benefits? So this is more approaching a cost benefit to the solution you're looking at. So, how deep are we going to have to go to determine a solution to the problem you're wanting to solve? And then what's the cost benefit to that? What's the value proposition to what you're trying to solve? And here's the kicker beyond everything. Those are open-ended questions that I talked about, but the major kicker is, above and beyond all of this is bad data limits everything. So if you look back at your organization today and say, I don't have perfect processes, I have poor processes, I have poor data, so garbage in, garbage out, but I have poor data. The integrity of that data and my output of that data is questionable. Then your automated solution, regardless of what happens, your automated solution is not going to meet your desired result. It doesn't mean that you can't do it, but it means that you're going to struggle more in attempting to achieve that desired result. My current, and I always reserve the right to change my opinion, but currently today, my number one recommendation to get ready for AI is to fix your processes and your current technology stack. Your current technology stack needs to be ready to move forward with modern solutions, including AI. And even if you're on an old technology stack, that can be modernized. In most situations, there's some way of modernizing it. You maybe don't have to rip and replace it, but you potentially need to modernize that. And that may be, streamlining what you currently have and fixing some of those processes. In addition to this, centralizing and cleansing your company's data. So centralizing your data, and I mean all your data, everything that you have. The more data you have in one centralized receptacle across your entire enterprise allows you to support any and every kind of AI going forward. Beyond just the idea of trying to support every kind of AI, having all your data in one place streamlines your productivity as well. So putting it all into one receptacle, you may have many, many disparate systems, but pulling that data into one house, some way, shape, or form, and this is always a more complex project than anyone cares to imagine. But pulling it into one house streamlines productivity. It allows you to analyze every aspect of your business in every potential way. The second recommendation I have for a company to get ready for AI is to review your security and disaster plan. This is debatably a number one recommendation dependent upon the situation. If you have no disaster plan today and are not mindful towards cybersecurity at all, this is my number one recommendation. It is a very dangerous position to be in if you have no defense towards any attack and no plan towards any attack. With more movement towards APIs, with more fraudulent behavior, and with more attacks happening every day, this needs to be something that comes forward faster. With more and more companies adopting AI and AI solutions, you're going to move faster. So are the bad guys. Just because we get good technology and get to move faster doesn't mean that the bad guys don't get to use good technology and move faster. So ensure that you're raising your security bar higher as well at the exact same time. Actually do it sooner. Get it moving now. Get it ahead of time. That's the whole idea of this discussion. The number 3 recommendation is to get ahead of all of this. Once you start moving down the road of deploying new solutions, is consider the change management in your organization. Many people and many of your employees are nervous in relation to AI. And this can be jokes about Skynet or simply that solutions are going to take over jobs. And this needs to be discussed at your organization before announcing large changes to adopt new solutions, including AI. It doesn't even have to include AI. It just has to be a new streamlined solution that may look like it's something that may eliminate jobs. Typically speaking, organizations don't eliminate jobs because of new technology solutions. They're looking to grow into them, grow into more business. It's variable based upon what a business chooses to do. However, talking about it ahead of time is very advisable. The adoption of AI often requires new skills and knowledge. Training is required to ensure that employees are equipped to work alongside the technologies. And AI can help cut the mundane tasks that employees do every day. You can share specific examples with your employees on what those mundane tasks are. So once you know the solution you're going to deploy and what mundane tasks are kind of going away, you want to determine what's going to go away. A great example of this is there's a lot of document management that's happening right now in using LLMs, and there's UIs that lay over these document management. There's email management, and a lot of the mundane tasks in monitoring and managing emails can potentially go away. I'm not sure how successful those are quite yet, if they're 100% trustworthy, but they're certainly out there in mass, and we've seen many companies come out in the last 6 months tackling this problem. So if you were going to deploy one of those solutions, you would certainly state this is what we're attempting to reduce from a mundane task reduction standpoint. Overall, as you start to move down the journey towards utilizing AI, whether you're already using some machine learning applications today, or you're looking at LLMs and NLPs of the future, take the appropriate steps now. Take those steps that we just talked about, the fixing your processes, reviewing security and disaster plans, considering change management. I'm sure there's many other things that could be brought up, and I could probably talk a whole hour about it. But just as a keeping this under a 20-minute Tuesday trip, Wanted to just touch base on this as it was something that was talked about a lot over the last few weeks at several conferences. This week, we have several people at TIA. Robert Bain and Mike Turner are representing GLCS at TIA. If you happen to be there and can reach out to them, you can find them both on LinkedIn. Please feel free to reach out. I'm sure they'd love to meet you there. Thursday, I have Ben Wiesen. He's the president of Carrier Logistics. Ben has an extensive background in LTL and has been in the industry over 30 years. I'm very excited to talk with Ben Thursday at 1 o'clock Central Time. That should be a great one. Next Thursday at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time, we'll have a GLCS panel. We're still figuring out the subject matter on it. We've been waiting to see a couple industry things shake out here. But we should be announcing that here shortly. But it will be a GLCS technology panel. And then following that, we will be at Broker Carrier Summit and have some live discussions from Broker Carrier Summit as well. And we have a lot of stuff going on after that. I've got a ATA management conference speaking engagement. I think we have another speaking engagement in early June, and a variety of other things, including a variety of other conferences, which we'll get a sheet posted up here soon. I think we're taking a few-week break after Broker Carrier Summit, and then we're solid June and have a few others in July and August and September. So it'll be a busy end of the year. So Broker Carrier Summit, don't forget, that is coming up here the 22nd of April. Use the code GLCS if you care to come along. It's a 10% off discount. If there's any questions on that, go to brokercarriersummit.com. Lots of great panels discussing, broker carrier relations. I'll be running one of the panels talking about how you can utilize technology to further broker carrier relations. But several great panels, lots of great speakers. Very excited about Broker Carrier Summit. So once again, the 22nd through the 24th in Kansas City, 10% off discount. GLCS, brokercarriersummit.com. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this one up. Appreciate everybody watching. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Until next time, drive forward with purpose and innovation. Thanks for watching.